Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's rendition of the WREP Cast. I'm your host, the man who spread the latest plague across the land, Lucian Barrows, and the disgusting man-child to my right is the one man who's actually safe from it because he's a cyborg. This is Load Failure 404.
I love being a cyborg.
Hi. That's alright, I'll make sure I find a nice new virus just for you.
Damn it. That's right, I just switched to Linux.
There's always a virus that can get you.
Nah.
Always gonna get you.
No.
Oh,
yeah. Actually, it's not really Linux. It's FreeBSD.
FreeBSD. What's FreeBSD?
FreeBSD is, if I remember right, what the Mac runs off of.
Oh, interesting.
Open source software. You
Right.
Gotta love. Well, it's not really open source. Free software.
It's
Anyway.
open. It's open. Shut the hell up. We've kind of missed the past couple weeks. We were probably going to record last week, but I was sick as a dog.
Yeah.
So,
and then
we just didn't do it.
just stuff and
I just slept and nobody got a hold of me, so I didn't care. Worked for me, man.
yeah.
So, the week before
I
that,
heard he was sick, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother you.
yeah, I do appreciate that. God, I was just, I don't know what hit me. It's one of those things, like, usually I can feel a cold coming on.
Mm-hmm.
I know when it's coming, but this one, just Friday, I woke up, so I was going to go to my mom's place to celebrate my brother's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up, brother's birthday and Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day.
Oh.
And I woke up early, and it's just like, felt like shit.
And
I went to Gridley for my brother's birthday, hung out for a little bit, a couple hours, ate, and all that stuff, and chatted. But by the time I was ready to go home, it was just starting to come in full force, and I was just so out of it. And like, all right, Mom, you have to drive me home today. I just can't.
Man.
I can't do it. I'm out of it. So my car sat in Gridley for a week, really.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I didn't get it back until Thursday when I went to lift weights. So
Yay.
which is something I started doing. You know, trying to pump up the guns a bit, make a gun show,
Yeah.
shotgun, all that stuff. You know, me and number 4 and another friend have started, pumping iron and all that stuff. So
Yeah, and I'm. It's not that I'm not invited to do it. It's
you got the hernia.
Yeah.
You know, it's like once you get that taken care of, you're more than welcome to come and do it
right,
with us.
and which is why at work, they actually put another person in my room just to do the heavier lifting.
Well,
for
that's
me.
good. They're looking out for you
Yeah.
for that. I mean, the same place, number 4 works there, and they're just trying to kill him. But
Well, yeah.
I mean, so am I. But
Well, we're
I don't
all
want them to
trying
beat me to
kill
it.
number 4, but it's a different.
it's a game. It's a fun game.
It's a
But
fun
they're
game.
doing it like maliciously. Or
Yeah,
something. I don't know.
I don't
Anyway,
get it.
Uh,
I mean, they don't even use shotguns or anything like that.
I mean, they don't even use nail guns. It's like,
No,
come on, man.
I know nail guns are so fun to use.
Nail gun
on
to the
each
kneecap and
other.
just.
I know. By the way, we do not condone that.
No, we do not. We do not. What's the fucking words for it? Condone isn't the one I'm looking for.
Promote.
Yes, thank you. We do not promote violence in any way, shape, or form, honestly, and we do not promote you shooting your friends with nail guns in the kneecaps.
No.
It's usually not a good thing for friendships. And before you even ask, no, it's not a good icebreaker either. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
like,
it would
by
break
literal
something. It would
by a
break
literal form, it
something.
could break ice, probably,
Right.
but in the figurative way, it's not an actual good icebreaker.
No.
It's just
No.
so
Don't
nail
do
guns
it.
aren't
Just-
good friend makers.
Just don't do it. You'll lose friends, and depending on where the nail gets you, could lose your life.
Or lose the potential of having kids. But
Yes.
if you guys are actually playing around with nail guns, you kind of deserve that. And it gives the world a better thing, to look forward to, and you not having kids. So,
Well, maybe.
right. I don't know. I mean, if you're stupid enough to play around with a nail gun and, like, shoot a friend and then balls, and you get shot in the balls and all that stuff, I think you both deserve not to have kids. It would do the world better.
So, No, I'm not even gonna go there.
Like, I know there's a lot of stupid people in the world. I mean, a lot. But it's my belief that evolution, in a sense, will take care of it for us, and eventually all the stupid people will kill themselves off.
So does that mean we're all gonna die?
Eventually,
Okay.
we're not like the stupidest you can get, but we'll go down eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, our time's coming one of these.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, and
I
for us not to procreate would be probably a good thing for the world too.
No, I'm sorry.
Raise the next world dominator and all that stuff. And
no, that would be Ted.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah,
yeah,
totally. Anyway, moving on from that.
Yeah.
I did have a few things I wanted to talk about tonight. I found out some interesting stuff. I don't remember. Did we talk about going and seeing Captain America, or did that fall on one of the nights that we didn't actually do a podcast?
I think we talked about it. Yeah, we did.
Okay, I couldn't remember for sure. I know we talked about RoboCop.
Yeah.
And I went to see that, but I couldn't
maybe
remember.
we didn't talk about Kev. I don't remember.
Yeah, it wasn't in the last podcast, because I went back and actually listened to that one. Anyway, we went to see Captain America at one point, and it was a good movie.
It was.
You remember the blonde chick in there? The one who was the nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, if you haven't seen it yet and we're spoiling this for you, tough shit. That's your problem.
Yeah, really. If you wanted to go see it, you should have gone and seen it.
Yeah, okay, I tell you what. Spoilers. There, I said it. Happy. Okay. Anyway, in the Captain America, I'm not going to try to spoil too much. I'm just going to say, in the Captain America movie.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. In the movie, there's a blonde lady who, and we'll just make it easy and say she's an agent of the SHIELD organization, and anyway, they put some they made some effort to actually make her pertinent to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the movie again recently, actually, and it was bugging the hell out of me. It's I think this is a character named Mockingbird, but I wasn't for sure. And I was wrong, actually. It turns out the character that she is, her name is Sharon Carter. It's a character. Her code name is Agent 13. And her pertinence to the Captain America series is that she is Captain America's love interest, from the first movie. She's Captain America's love interest's niece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't put that one together.
Well, they never actually said her last name in the movie.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't even say her first name until the end. It was Sharon. The character's name is Sharon Carter. The original love interest was Peggy Carter.
Right.
So, Sharon Carter, who does become a love interest of Captain America at some point later on, too.
Well, of course.
Depending on which variant of the comic book they're going on, either Cap in the movies is either now going to fall on the line of falling in love with Black Widow or Sharon Carter. So,
Well, it would make more sense, Sharon Carter, just
Right.
because she would probably have the same personality traits as her aunt and all that.
to some degree, yeah, she does.
So,
Actually, if they went off the whole Sharon Carter stuff from what I read on the Marvel wiki, boy, she goes through a lot of shit for a while. And there's a lot of times where she's thought to be dead.
Damn.
Yeah. Actually, apparently in the comic series where Captain America dies because he got shot, apparently
Captain America got shot a lot.
No, and there's one where he actually got shot and died, and it was a couple years ago. It was a big thing. Captain America was actually killed, officially killed, for a while. But a lot of people were really unhappy about it. So Marvel came out with a way that brought him back, and it wasn't a real bullet. That's apparently Sharon Carter that actually shot him when she was under the influence of mind control and all that stuff.
Okay.
It's wow, okay, that's trippy as shit, man. But I think that's the same storyline. I'm not entirely sure, but whatever. It's a thing. So yeah, I'm happy that I finally figured out who the hell that character was. I haven't read a Captain America comic book in I don't know how long, so I haven't kept up on the actual series per se.
I've never read a Captain America comic ever.
Well, yeah. I'm not really as big of a comic book guy anymore. I used to be when I was younger.
I know, I remember.
So, but I mean, I still love the characters and all that, but I just don't read the comics as much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read a Deadpool occasionally, depending, because Deadpool's funny as hell.
Right.
But, yeah, I'm still waiting for that Deadpool movie. Marvel, Disney, come on, get your thumbs out your asses and do it. Just saying, it'd be neat. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Yes.
That'd be weird.
Well, technically, he already is.
Oh, that's right, he is, ain't he?
Yeah, I mean,
I forgot.
He played Wade Wilson in the Wolverine Origins
I
movie.
totally forgot that he did.
Yep,
totally forgot.
Technically, if they were slating anybody for the official Deadpool movie, Ryan Reynolds would be the best choice. And honestly, even if he wasn't already slated as Wade Wilson in that movie, I think Ryan Reynolds would be actually a great choice for Deadpool anyway.
I do too.
Because he's a great actor, and giving him some Deadpool lines would be wonderful. I think so.
Absolutely.
But there's also the problem that, Ryan Reynolds also plays the Green Lantern, which is a DC comic thing, so it's kind of... But, they can...
universe.
Yeah, so they can...
Infinite possibilities.
Well, technically, when you look at it, like all the Marvel movies that are out, most of them are different universe. It's like, what happens in the X-Men movies has no effect on the like Captain America and Avenger movies at all. It's different universe kind of thing. It's the same universe, but it's a different universe. So
right.
Which, if you actually want to get deep into comic books and all that shit, they do a whole. There's plenty of times where there's the multiple dimension theory brought about, where some character will travel through dimensions and meet alternate versions of said characters and all that. So it's kind of
interesting.
Yeah, it is. There was actually one comic book series. Damned if I actually remember the name of it. But
Good job.
I actually liked reading it for a while there. And the main character group was going... They were hopping through different dimensions trying to get back to their original dimension. And along the way, they were actually helping superheroes from other dimensions as well. So it's like, cool. Let's help Reed Richards at this dimension, hop to the next dimension. Let's help Reed Richards at this dimension, hop to the next dimension. Okay, this time it's Wolverine. Okay, next. Somebody else. So on and so forth. It was actually pretty neat. Then when they actually had their zombie series going on for Marvel, there was a lot of dimension hopping there too. Like multiple different Marvel dimensions got infected with the zombie plague, and it was horrible.
Yay!
So there was a Spider-Man that got killed that wasn't a zombie, because Sandman from that dimension thought that dimension Spider-Man had just killed and eaten a bunch of people, but it was actually a Spider-Man from a different dimension who was already infected with the zombie plague. That said, Spider-Man was also the same one who could keep enough of his mind sane to try to figure out how to finally defeat the zombie plague. It was...
Wow.
It was an interesting series, that's for sure.
Would that be messed up, guys? Spider-Man, zombie, be like...
Totally.
Yeah.
The way that Sandman killed Spider-Man was actually pretty awesome. He just dove into him, filled him up until he just exploded. That was the most brutal thing I think I've ever seen in a Marvel comic book. So it's like, that's just kind of messed up, It's like, wow, they actually killed Spider-Man. That makes you think, though. If Sandman could have done that easily, why not ever do it before? It's like, fuck this. Spider-Man's getting in everybody's way, including mine. Yeah, Sandman's not the worst of the villains. He has a conscience to some degree. But it's like, why not just off Spider-Man finally and be able to do whatever the hell we want?
I don't know.
They'd be able to take over the city completely, and it'd be villain, central, and it'd be all good.
That would be interesting and kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah, but
I want a tank.
Yeah, it's like, that doesn't make money, so it's like, alright, fine, we'll just not kill them off right away or anything like that. It's that's how it goes.
I guess, jeez.
I've looked into the next X-Men movie too, and I gotta tell you, so far I think, and until I see the movie, that shit's gonna confuse the hell out of me. Like, I have seen trailers where even the old Charles is still walking somehow. It's like, I don't get it.
Awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for that movie to come out so I can go see it, or we can go see it maybe, even, and just check it out and be like, okay, let's see what this is finally about and see if it's any less confusing.
Another movie that I think we need to go see is called Interstellar.
Never heard of it.
I just seen the trailer for it last night. It's basically about Earth is running out of food and it's so hot and whatever, I guess, that there's like wildfires all over, and so finally they send these people up in space and put them in cryo or whatever, and like in the trailer, you hear a guy going, "You're going to have to go travel far beyond our lifetime to find a new home."
Huh.
So, that
Trippy.
I think, yeah, exactly. I think that's gonna be trippy. I don't know. I mean,
there is one other one. I was gonna go see it, but I got sick. I was gonna see if you wanted to go too, but I really, actually no. More specifically, I want to take my mom to this one because big fans over the years of Godzilla.
yes,
The new one is out.
Godzilla would have been awesome.
I so badly want to see that.
I do too.
Massively want to see that
Yeah.
one. It's like, oh god, Godzilla. Okay,
The
creamed a little.
I don't know. The one they did, what, in 98?
2000.
2000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
99, 2000, somewhere thereabouts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
It wasn't as good, but this one's supposed to be a lot different, a lot better. They're going more with like the original Godzilla and all that, and it's just
Good.
so. I mean, like, I know there's like former actors from the old Godzilla movies that are actually like looking forward to seeing it and all that. Like,
That's
one of the
awesome.
old guys who used to don the suit, he was really excited to see how it turned out and all. It's like that's awesome.
Yeah.
When you've got these older guys who have done that, been Godzilla for years and plenty of movies, and it's like, I'm looking forward to this. That's saying something.
Yeah, it is.
So, I'm excited. I want to see it. I think it'll be really cool. So,
Oh yeah.
Um,
Sounds like it will be. I mean, I've seen a lot of the trailers, and I'm like, you know what? This could probably be the best one they've came up with.
right.
I don't know.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
I mean, I like the ones that end up having like all sorts of different other monsters in them instead of just like he fights one monster, which is always cool, but having multiple monsters is just kind of more badass in its own sense.
Right.
So it's like that's what was it? It was I think it was the Destroy All Monsters, I think it was, where aliens came, they started kidnapping like all the other monsters on Earth, and then they held the Earth hostage more or less, and then started releasing the monsters. Well, they
nice.
They tried to do it through trickery of like working with the Earth, and then try to trick them into giving into them, kind of thing, and then that didn't work. So in the end, it's like, okay, let's just attack, blah blah, whatever. So they send all the monsters to all the different, major cities of the world, trying to attack, like the Godzilla from the New York one and all that. It's like they had that attacking Australia.
Nice.
So there was a butt ton of different monsters. Earth had its own, Godzilla defense force, which fought other monsters too, and so they got out there and started fighting some of the monsters again, and Godzilla broke out of the ice that he had been locked away in for years and years. And
Great.
well, they actually had to go break him out. He broke out, and he started kicking ass. He was going all around the world, beating the shit out of all the monsters. And it's like, you got to watch him fight the New York version Godzilla in Australia and throw him like into the famous Australia Opera House and all that.
Nice.
Like, this is awesome. It was just badass, man. So, and hopefully with, I think, America and Japan working together on the new one, I hope that it, comes out to have that same old Godzilla feel with a new kind of, badassery to it would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
But, yeah, that's, I think that's all I want to say about movies right now, I guess.
Oh. Dang, this is bothering me.
Oh, background lighting.
Yeah.
Too much.
If it's bothering anybody else.
Too much. Well, half the time they're going to be looking like right up there.
Well, I know, but it's like I could see the glare in my face. I'm like...
We were working on a different setup for this week, but things weren't quite working right with the MacBook to get it to where we could add an extra camera to it. And then, when we tried to add the extra camera to the Surface Pro that we're using right now, it turned out to be, kind of... The frame is a bit more narrow. You can see it's our secondary. The frame is definitely
a little smaller.
So when we had it set up over here, it just wasn't picking up the both of us at all. Like the best angle we have where you could get both of us in the shot, you had my arm, his arm. That was about it. So it was kind of redonkulous. Sitting there looking at just our arms, we're trying to talk.
Well,
so it was kind of weird.
And it probably would not be entertaining to you guys, so,
Not unless I was, doing this all night, but my arm eventually get tired. I can only do so much,
Well, he could do that. I just would, do that.
Don't be surprised if we were do just a sock puppet tonight, just for the fun of it.
It
would totally work with us. So
yes,
what the hell, But
I like that idea.
It could be interesting.
Yeah.
We might try that if we're really bored sometime. But so we were trying a different setup, and we couldn't get anything to work. So out of just sheer curiosity, we decided to try setting up the camera at another angle, just to see what we could do and see how it works out for us. And
I don't know.
I think it's a neat angle. Shows my sexy side, and
it
can show that y'all haven't seen yet that I actually got a haircut, so my hair is not as wild as it usually is. So,
and we're all very grateful for that.
Oh God, so am I, dude. When I say wild, I mean wild. It started attacking people before I got cut. Getting it cut, you needed a shotgun. It just wasn't going out. It just, that shit gets crazy. It's like it has a mind of its own. So it's
kind of like Barf's tail.
Yeah, more or less. It's kind of like it's attached to a brain or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. So occasionally we're gonna be popping in and out of the different angles. It's we didn't get to do exactly what we wanted to, but we got to try something new with it anyway. So I figured we might as well go ahead, give it a shot, work with what we got, and see what happens. See if people like it. So here we are. You get to see my sexy side, then you get to see the regular side that frightens small children and makes animals cry.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't know. Apparently, you make donkeys cry too.
Well, donkey's an animal, but
right. But
speaking of random weird shit, I gotta tell you something. We played Pathfinder last night.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have exactly an epic moment, but I think I made what would have been considered probably an epic comment. We were facing off against a type of devil called a pit fiend, which two members of our party are half fiend, half pit fiend of all things. So it's like we're facing off against this pit fiend that's taller than your house.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's like we're all average, medium, like my character's like 6'4" or something like that, 6'2", 6'4", and this thing is up there, basically.
Right.
And I hit it with a healing spell, which harms evil creatures like that.
Right.
So, and I did a lot of damage to it. It was pissed at me. Turns to me, starts swearing in Infernal, because, Infernal is the language of hell.
Yeah.
My character happens to worship hell, so, I understood everything the guy was saying to me. So I started swearing back at him. And then, just for the fun of it, and just to see what kind of reaction I get around the table, I pop up from behind my undead dragon that I was kind of sitting behind. Mm-hmm. I wasn't hiding it, it was just pure chance that he ended up there, and it's like, all right, I'm not gonna step away from a perfectly good shield. So, but I pop out and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna break off your horn and fuck you in your own ass with it. I figured you like that one. Never got to a Lich ended up using disintegrate on its head and critted the damn thing and killed it like massively.
So
Yeah, never got to bring up his horn and shove it up his own ass. But
man.
Yeah, due to that, the council from the Mages Guild showed up with number 4's character because he accidentally got kind of teleported back to the council when we were busy starting the war between heaven and hell.
You guys.
Well, okay, kicking off the war. It was already really started. They didn't like each other. We just kind of brought... Okay, I brought hell to heaven.
Okay, there you go. I was gonna say who did what.
That was my bad.
Oh,
I didn't realize it was gonna start like that, and then it did. So it kind of, yeah, shit went down, really crazy. We bailed, and then we fought a pit fiend, and then the council. Well, several members of the council showed up. Several members of the council died, including the head of the Mages Guild.
Oh no!
The Lich killed most of them with 2 spells consecutively because she has some meta magic feats that allows her to cast extra. And then a guy that's been part of the council that has helped our group. He's also an evil guy, but he's helped our group do a few things, teleport us here and there.
Oh, that guy died?
No. He turned around and helped kill the rest of the group of the council.
You have a Chancellor Palpatine of the group, okay.
Pretty much, we all pretty much turned around and said that we're the new council now, and we voted him as the new lead. We turned around and gave him the new lead spot. It's like, dude.
Very nice.
So we pretty much
Very nice.
So our group just stole seats on the council.
Well, you didn't really steal. They were
vacant, yeah, so...
I mean...
The only problem is now we have to lie to the rest of the guild and tell them some big bullshit story about what happened to the council. And why we weren't able to bring them back to life or anything, so...
So, I got now, was that guy that was, teleported everybody places?
Right.
Was he part of the council?
Yeah, he's part of the council.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, your characters won't ever found that out because you guys.
I know, but I just always wanted to know.
But yeah, Jason,
I always suspected the way this guy knew everything and the way he always answered and whatever. I'm like, you got to be part of the council.
Yeah. Oh, part of our initiation for the getting into the more major part of the guild after a year was we had to find a council member, but they never told you who a council member was as part of the challenge. So we eventually used scrying to scry on that guy, and we found him in the council's dining chambers, and we found out, okay, hey, look, he's a council member. So is that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and that guy. Like, okay, we got this. We found out who the council members are.
Very nice.
Yeah, but now we are now going to run the guild and still work for a Lich, more or less, until the Lich decides to kill the god and take over the god's original spot and become a
and what if the guy kills the Lich? What are you gonna do then?
Continue ruling the Mages College.
Okay, I didn't know if that had any bearing on what you guys are doing.
Honestly, we might be there for once you face the god. And number 4 and I have already talked about it. We were both planning on killing the Lich if she looks like she's losing. We will turn around.
Guys.
We will turn around and kiss ass to the goddess that she's going after, and be like, "Nah, it was just all a ploy. We wanted her dead from the start. We may be bad guys, but we're not that bad guys. So, fuck it. Here, have her corpse. Enjoy."
No, it's like we're bad. We're not stupid.
Right. Well, actually, the only problem is, the Lich we'd have to know where her phylactery is because that contains part of her soul. And as long as the Lich's phylactery is still in one piece, the Lich can always respawn.
And there has to be a way to find it.
Oh yeah, there'll be a way to find it. But none of us have that ability right now. So the only person that we knew that might have had that ability kind of just died. The original leader of the guild.
Oh.
The bad thing was the guy that teleports us around, Jason. He actually was the one that finished off the guild head. Like, yes. After the Lich hit and killed half the council, Jason just turns around and he's like, them's the breaks. Blasts the rest of them, finishes them all off. Oh no, wait. There was one left.
That's epic. You just heard about a Chancellor Palpatine moment in a game of Pathfinder. That's
it
awesome.
wasn't necessarily a Palpatine moment. I don't think it was his plan from the start, but once he realized what our group was doing, he saw it fit to be involved with us and the Lich. And whether or not it wasn't his plan to be anything with the guild after that, I don't think, because honestly, when we left for our last real mission before we actually really teamed up with the Lich, unintentionally, but it happened anyway, he told us, we called him in we called in a favor with him to where he has to come with us for a mission. So he came with us. He recommended all of us. It's a good idea. He kind of had an idea of what was going on, so he's like, it's a good idea if you guys clear out all your stuff from the guild. Take everything with you. Okay. So I grabbed all my money. I grabbed all my shit that I had sitting around, threw it in a portable hole, and was like, all right, I'm good to go. Everybody took everything with them. We took all of our money and all that shit, and we left the guild like that, and then turns out we didn't need to because we came back as the leaders.
Well, you had to move your shit anyway.
Yeah.
Get bigger room.
Yep. The only downside is our DM Phoenix. He is, you could tell he was kind of heartbroken by it. He was building things up to where it'd be this epic battle between the Lich and her forces and the guild and its forces, and us having to choose a side, choose before the battle started. But the way things came down to it, it came down to a lot of will saves against death because they got hit with so much power in one shot, and it's just he just kept rolling bad time after time for all the council members that were there, and they didn't even get to fire a shot.
Oh, that's
No,
bad.
I stand corrected. They all fired at the same time at the Lich. 35 magic missiles all at once coming at her.
And that didn't...
Magic missile can only do 1d4 worth of damage, so... But,
yeah, but 1d4 versus 1d4 times 30.
Well, right, no, it did a good amount of damage. The only problem is the Lich had an item called the Brooch of Shielding.
Oh.
And what that does is that specifically blocks magic missile. Now, enough damage was done that it broke the brooch, and some of the damage got through. But by the time the damage got through, it just wasn't enough.
Right.
And then the Lich had her turn. Blasted away. Then Jason had his turn, blasted away, and then it became, I think, Charles's turn, and he unleashed magic missile. No, it became his turn before Jason, I think. And then he unleashed magic missile and hit one of the guys pretty good, and then he fireballed. And hit him pretty good. He maximized fireball. He flew up so that he'd avoid hitting us, and then he maximized a fireball in their direction, hit one of the guys, nailed him good, and then that's when Jason turned around and just...
Dang.
The rest of the group didn't even get a chance to fight.
Wow.
We're just standing there watching, and it's like, alright, loot the bodies. Grab all their shit. Grab the robes. We got our council robes now. Grab all their crap. We got their staffs now.
Right.
Grab their room keys. We got their rooms now. This is great. And we can get in the rooms. We can get all their crap that they have stored in there. And awesomeness.
One of you will walk in and be like, wow, They really do have, like, real lightsabers.
Now, there are still some original council members alive. But at this point, let's see, we have the original 5 people in our group plus the 6th character, which is a NPC that our DM runs with us, and then Jason. So there's 7 people that are all, essentially grouped together on the same side of things, versus, like, I think 6 more council members, I think, something like that. And I think we kind of got this because we got the Lich on our side.
Right.
And the ones that went off might have been some of the good ones. Some of the evil ones might be like, alright, don't fuck with me and we'll be fine, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if I talked about how I messed up and lost my chance to keep a witch as basically my servant. I can't remember if I talked about it, but anyway, I screwed up at one point and lost a witch that I had brought back to life to keep as a servant. I told our DM, I will have that witch back. She eventually joined the guild.
Oh.
And now that I am a counselor, a council member, I should say, I will have my witch back. I will get her back. I will make up for my mistake of letting her go to the guild, and I will have her back. I'm also apparently going to get a nymph sometime in the process, too, that I made a deal with the Lich about, that I get her as a servant, too.
Nice.
We're evil. And
apparently,
my guy is
more evil than what I was getting.
Yeah, I mean, like, my guy, like, when he started, when he kind of, brought the whole war of heaven and hell together, in heaven, basically, he knew he was going to be doing it eventually.
Yeah.
He just thought he was going to have to be, like, more powerful to be able to do it in the first place. He didn't realize that all he had to do was set foot in Celestia to allow this Duke of Hell to kind of pop in and start war.
Right.
Like, by the time the rest of the group was leaving through the portal that was given to us to get out of, the devil himself, basically, was coming through the portal.
Awesome.
Literally, all hell was breaking loose.
Alright.
It's like, that's nuts. I caused a lot of problems. I mean, a lot of problems.
He admits it. He admits it.
But for my character, that's just another day on the job, man.
Right.
So, it's kind of... It's actually really funny. We got a good kick out of a lot of that stuff. Yeah. So, but that brings me to another topic.
Oh boy.
The Pathfinder MMO that's going to be coming out eventually.
Yeah.
I read up on it a little bit more on the actual, like, I think it was either the Kickstarter site or the regular site for it. I can't remember. I don't like how they're planning on doing things.
Oh, really?
They're leaving almost everything up, like, once the game's ready to go and all that, they're leaving almost everything up to the community. Like, they're planning on making it where the community can make their own cities and settlements and things like that and build into bigger cities and everything.
Okay.
Letting them run everything about the market and like it's not going to be about grinding to find an item or anything like that, or farming items. Everything in the game is going to have to be created by somebody. And
I know that's necessarily a bad thing.
in a sense, no. Although it's also kind of bullshit that they're like, okay, everything is also meant to be just one big server.
Okay.
Too. I'm guessing kind of a endless world kind of setup kind of deal, and one big server, and it's going to be PvP no matter what. Which is like, I'm not a big fan of PvP. I'm fine with like in World of Warcraft you have battlegrounds. You can go in and do into an area and do specific PvP, player versus player, and that's just a specific area. When you're out in the world, you don't have to worry about it unless you're flagged for PvP, which on the server I'm on right now, I'm not. because I got tired of it.
Well, probably what they'll wind up doing is just allow you to be either or, kind of like what you're saying on your World of Warcraft. Your flag for what?
No, they're not planning to set it up where it'll be flagged or anything like that. They're just setting it to where it will be just PvP. There will be a few specific areas, like some towns and shit like that here and there, that won't be PvP areas, just safe zones and all that. But for the most part, anywhere you go, somebody can turn around from the opposing side and kill you. I don't even know if they're going to be having technically opposing sides or anything. It may just be completely open where even your best friend could walk up and stab you in the back. Which, with some of my friends, that's a given.
Well, I wouldn't do that to you, buddy. I wouldn't.
Right. So, I don't know. I'm a little worried about how that'll go, especially if it becomes if it's actually a pay-to-play kind of thing. I don't think enough people would enjoy that ideal. Like, leaving the thing to the community itself is bad enough because sometimes the community is just assholes.
Oh, this is true.
I mean, that's the biggest problem. They're like, well, we're going to try to make sure that, that this kind of thing is taken care of and this kind of thing is taken care of. But it's like, dude, you don't understand. If members of the community want to be big old assholes, no matter what you put in place, they will find a way around it.
Absolutely.
If you leave things open like they are like they're planning right now, there's always a way around it. Oh, you banned this player because they're being too much of an asshole. Guess what? New account. They're back to being that much of an asshole again.
Yep.
That's all it's going to be. It's like, oh, what, you make them not an asshole for like a month while they have to re-level a character. And then bam, big old asshole again. So,
well,
it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do, like, in the ways of, is it going to be paid, or is it going to be dealing with, like, free-to-play and do microtransactions, things like that. I have no idea.
I mean, if they're gonna do it, leave it up to the community, because they probably just said, hey, we'll try this, see how it works.
Right.
Which, and probably said, probably aren't saying it, but probably in the background they got contingencies.
Right.
They'll be, one day they'll be like, okay, this shit ain't working. Okay, revamp server, execute.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, I don't mind the idea of like some of the community stuff, like the idea of you can form a group, which is normal, and you just do things for a little short period of time temporarily, or you can form a company, and you can actually be like in actual Pathfinder, where you're like a full on, you're known as a group kind of thing. You do these things together, and eventually you can start your own settlement if you have enough money. I'm assuming you can build that settlement up into a city, if I read it right, if I'm remembering correctly. That is, it's just kind of, I read through it like once. I didn't go through it again. I need to go through it again just to make sure I got it all right. But so there's some definite interesting things there. Companies could bunk down in certain cities specifically and work out of those cities, things like that. There's a lot of cool potential for it,
right?
But there's also a lot of unfortunate problems that could come with it too. It could be increasingly, like, that kind of setup could be increasingly difficult for new players to get involved in it.
Yeah, it would be.
Because if it like costs money for your company to become a company and to be able to work out of one of the settlements or cities or anything like that, and it's like, well, how much is it going to cost? How much do we have to have? We don't have that much. You're left to the rest of the world to be fucked with.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't know. I'm waiting to see how it works out. And if it's not pay to play, then I'm probably going to hop on there and see what it's like. But I still have no idea when it's coming out. They're still working on it heavily.
Right.
So it's like, don't know. But, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have to apologize to you and to the Invisible people. Because because I really wanted to do a Star Wars thing on May 4th.
Right.
I'm sorry, guys.
You fucked up.
Actually, I didn't fuck up. I had been up since about 5 that morning, and
His fault. He fucked up.
it fucked.
Right.
That
He fucked up.
shit.
Right. Now, in all fairness, though, I was ended up being late that night too because I was watching WWE pay-per-view. So I was trying to catch up on that.
I was like, in fact, I was saying.
Let me explain that to you. I was gonna try to be here a little bit earlier.
Okay.
But a friend, Curtis, you know Curtis.
Yeah, I know
Talk
Curtis.
to him, not out with the moron. He's one of my dumber friends. Great guy, really great guy. He's awesome. He's fun to hang out with. He's really good at stocks. It's weird.
Go figure
But
that.
he's like the group idiot next to you.
I
mean, he's dumber than you are. But, so.
Well,
It used to be Dave, then he took Dave's place. You were always, never so slightly above Dave, but you guys
we were
didn't.
so slightly above
I mean, you guys
Dave.
had this kind of stupidity level that didn't realize, like you guys got at each other's throats, but you didn't realize how similar you were in a lot of ways. So.
Oh, no, I realized it.
Is that why you didn't get along with him as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I called him on that once. He's like, no, that's bullshit. And I'm not like him. Really? I bet he'd say the exact same words.
I would just to spite it.
Right. Anyway, whenever Curtis gets together with us and we watch a wrestling pay-per-view, usually it's only WrestleMania, but my brother has a WWE network now, so we get to watch pay-per-views every month. Now, I'm not going to do it every month, but the pay-per-view looked like it was going to be interesting because there's Extreme Rules, so hardcore matches and people beating the shit out of each other. With
Right.
The fun stuff.
Right.
You know, it's like somebody might end up bleeding. Let's do this.
Right. Get it on.
Pretty much. So I wanted to see that event. I'm like, okay, you know, I was told that it was supposed to start at like 6. I'm like, okay, I'll get there like 5, and I'll start watching, and I'll be back in time. No problem. It's not like WrestleMania. That's a 4-hour event. It's only a 3-hour event. So like, okay, I should be back in time. Not a problem. I get there, and it's like, no, it starts at 7. Son of a bitch. All right, that's already problem number 1. Okay. Well, then Curtis shows up, and he's watching it. We're watching. We're having fun. We have fun. The event's over. Yay, cool, good stuff. And then part of our tradition after watching a wrestling event is play whatever the latest wrestling video game is that's out. We'll sit down.
Okay, yeah.
We'll sit down, and usually he or my brother or me or whatever will play together because it's fun. And he started bugging me. He's like, come on, just one match. I'm like, dude, I have to go. I have to work. Like, I have to go do this podcast. It is actual work. Just one match. All right, fine. You get one, okay? He's like, do another one. All right, that took less time than I thought, so I have time. I told Load I'd be there, like, so, and at this certain time, I have time for one more match. One more match. Do it. One more. No. Dude, stop it. I'm not doing one more. Next time, I promise, next time we do this, I will give you plenty of time so we can do this, but no more. He just kept bugging me. It took another 15 minutes to shut him up.
Yeah, because I kept sitting here, and and I'm ready, and I'm sitting here falling asleep, and I'm going, okay.
Right, so it's like I finally get back into town, get back to the house, drop some stuff off. I'm like, are we still doing this? I'm too tired.
But
then I could have stayed.
By that time, I literally was like about ready to get into bed. I'm like, I fall asleep right here. So,
Like, damn it, I could have stayed and played more. Oh, well. Whatever. I don't know. I used to be a lot into the wrestling games, but it's like, not so much anymore. I'll still play them on occasion. And
from what I've never played them myself, but every review I've ever read says they don't change a whole lot.
The most way they change is in graphics and in the control system, and sometimes that's not always a good thing with the control system.
Right.
It's like the newest control system for that game that came out this last year. It's it's utter shit.
Kind of like every Halo, the game controls change.
Yeah, it's always changes.
It's like, Why? The grenades were here, but now they're there, and...
Wait, Melee's grenade now?
Yeah,
Wait a
really.
second.
Wait, what the heck? Why?
Oh, now what was Melee button last game now just switches my grenades.
Yeah, I didn't even get that. I was like, I'm not even using this.
Right, and like, you know what? Throw grenades. Now, we played a lot of Reach online, so it's like, I want to know what I'm doing with this one.
Well, yeah.
I want to kick some ass here.
You know, at least with that, I got used to the control system. But,
Yeah.
you know, 2 took me a long time because they weren't too terribly different than 1, but I played 1 a lot on the computer anyway.
Right, so
when we started playing on the Xbox, I was used to doing this. Wait, you can't.
one more. Yeah, there you go.
You know.
Type, click.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Versus this, I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I doing here?
No, I know exactly what you mean. Even when with Halo 1 itself, it's like I played it a lot on the PC, but I wasn't as used to it on the Xbox, and we get together sometimes and play together, and just, you know, it's just weird. But,
oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it is what it is. You know, I'm waiting to see what the next Halo game is like, because number 4 wasn't that great.
No, it wasn't. I hope they bring Cortana back.
Yeah.
I really
did I ever let you borrow number 4, or did you get your hands on it, or what? I can't remember if I let you borrow it already, or if I just keep forgetting to bring it over.
I don't think you brought it over.
Okay.
I remember you brought Mass Effect over.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
Guess what?
What?
I haven't even played it.
Oh, you suck.
I haven't even fired up my Xbox, and I renewed my account for live. I haven't even fired the dang thing up.
You suck. Fire it up, play Mass Effect, damn it.
You know what? My excuses work too much.
Yeah. You're only as busy as you make yourself. That's all there is to it.
So people, help us, help me,
help me, help you, help me.
Yes, help me.
Did I make
not
any
be on.
sense?
Yes, it did.
Okay, just making sure.
Help me not to be on third shift anymore. 10 hours in a factory from 8:30 to 6:30 in the morning. Shucks.
I imagine it does. But
it's not the work that sucks. It's the hours that suck.
Right.
I love the people I work with. It's only a plutonic.
Y'all heard it,
swear.
right? Oh, now you just broke some hearts.
Sorry.
Not like
I know there was probably some guys and girls that were like, oh,
probably mostly guys.
Probably. Sorry,
Sorry, fella. He's taken.
Yes. Come here.
I didn't mean by me. I'm in love with number 9.
Yes, you are.
This is my sexy
I was so surprised you didn't yell out stuff during his wedding right before he said I do.
Yeah, I thought about it, but considering it was only a joke, he probably would have really pissed at me. So it's like, alright, I'll just be nice and I'll let him have his moment. Although I did consider hollering out, this movie sucks! Right.
Ah, shit. I can see you in number 4 doing something like that at my wedding.
Oh, totally.
Considering that you guys will be standing up with...
Oh, totally. It makes it even more worthwhile. I'll be like, psst, hey, load, this movie sucks. Want to go see something else?
Where are we gonna go see?
Leaving Las Vegas. We need to watch it on the flight to Las Vegas.
Why? Well, you're going to elope, right?
We're gonna get drunk and we're gonna make sure you end up marrying a hooker. Yep. Right.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Man, that went a lot of places. And
That went south quick.
normally does with us.
Pretty much.
Yes.
That's just kind of how we roll.
Yes, yes. I had something else. I forgot.
Yay!
I lost it. Oh yeah, our event coming up.
The event.
Yes. We do not have a time yet.
Which is unfortunate because number 4 was talking about joining us for it, and just in case we needed an extra hand. But
Yeah.
he usually works on Saturdays and gets
right.
off at like 4. So depending, so we need.
It probably will be. I would say for us, we'll get there probably about. I would want to get there about 5.
Okay.
Just so we can do some proper setup.
Right.
That way we're not utterly rushed or whatever. Utterly. Moo.
Utterly.
But anyway, it's
Countess.
a same person I talked about a few podcasts ago.
Right.
And it's at the VFW in Bloomington, Illinois. And it's going to be on Saturday.
That's right on the joint.
It's going to be on Saturday the 31st of May. So,
Olé.
most likely at 6 or 6:30, I'll post something or talk about it. Most likely both.
More than likely, based on that time frame, number 4 will probably not be able to make it with us.
Yeah.
So, because usually he gets off of work on Saturdays when he has to work, poor bastard, at around 4.
Yeah, I know.
So
He could come a little bit later.
Right.
I mean,
but then he'd have to find the VFW.
well, you know what? These things have.
Right. You'd have to make sure you get him the address. Do you think you can handle that?
I think so.
All right. Then we'll leave it up to him after that,
All
whether
right.
or not he's too tired to.
I mean,
So, yeah. But anyway, so that's that.
yes.
Looking forward to it, honestly, sort of. I mean, I'm not good with people. Like, talking to you guys, not a problem, because I don't actually see you. Right now, I'm just talking to a camera. Not that big of a problem. Well,
we are?
Yes, we are.
I thought we were talking to the AI I built.
No, you didn't. You just dreamed that.
Damn it.
Sorry. But yeah, so it's like right now, I'm like talking like this isn't a problem because just talking to a camera. But being around a lot of actual people is scary.
Nah.
Yeah.
It'd be alright.
Nah.
You'd be fine.
Nah.
Do good.
Nah.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna hide in the corner.
I'll get you a screwdriver.
We don't need to drink on the job. No drinking on the job. I don't care.
Tequila.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Tequila is the enemy of all mankind.
No. No. It makes me brave.
I don't need you to be brave. Because the last thing I want is you getting on stage. You suck at singing.
I do.
Yeah. Wait. So yeah, but so it should be interesting. Kind of excited. Kind of, who knows? Maybe I'll meet a nice girl there or something and totally ignore it the rest of the night. And
Hey.
Like, hey, baby, you want to slap me? I figure just get all the formalities out of the way, right? Don't even worry about it.
Hey, she might consider that foreplay.
I can't say for sure whether or not I date a girl like that, but
Hey, it could.
But you never
be
know.
Interesting.
you never know. It might flip one of those switches, and just like, wow, I like that. Choke me next.
Wow.
One extreme to the next, right? Why? Again,
Sure.
why go with the in between shit? Just go at it straight away and just do what you do.
Right. Anyway.
Come on, baby, take me. I'm gonna break that horn off and fuck you in the ass with it. That's gonna be my favorite phrase from Pathfinder ever. I just want you to know that.
Ah, shit.
And you know what? Everybody at the table just stopped and looked like, what the fuck? And then broke out laughing. I'm like, what? I'm serious, man. I'm gonna break that thing's horn off. I'm gonna fuck him in his own ass with it. I don't care. I don't care. Bow up to me, what? Like, take it, yeah. You horny bitch. Just saying.
Right.
But I'm not right in the noggin, so it's okay.
No, really? You're not? No.
Just saying, you know, it's all good.
I never noticed.
It's all good, yeah. So, anyway. Oh, right. Number 4 and I have started new characters in World of Warcraft on our server, and we were considering maybe live streaming and running around with them on the live stream a little bit, because sometimes we'll get to talking about the randomest of shit and start yammering or whatever. And so we figured it might be fun to do that and just, you know, kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't
That'd
know.
be fun.
Don't know when. We were talking about not this next weekend. The weekend after that, I think, was the idea, at least. So we're gonna look into it too. Yeah, I gotta get XSplit back on my computer. I haven't put it back on there for a while, so because we just, you know, never really did much with the live streaming, but maybe, just maybe this time we can actually get somewhere with it, you know, and do some good with some live stream.
I don't know. I've never gotten XSplit to work correctly.
Yeah, usually it don't. I mean, you know, knock on wood, right now it seems to be doing all right, but we're just doing video on it, so
right. The problem I always have is getting audio to
right. Half the time it is the audio that seems to muff up on there. It's
like
kind of annoying.
It's like, no, wait a minute. I want to know. Anybody who has XSplit, I want to know if you get the paid version, does your audio work?
That'd be nice to know, actually.
Yeah.
You know, next time I watch the live stream, I might have to ask about that. Just be like, hey, if you get the paid version, does it do any better? Or we can just always, you know, surf the web for answers and shit like that. But who knows?
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's more fun if we got them to tell us.
I want invisible people to tell us.
Tell us. Talk to us.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You'd break the camera. I'm surprised it didn't break with me getting that close to it. I figure usually sitting this far away, it's fine with it, you know. But clip him.
You know what?
I'm gonna tag him.
He tags me. I attack him.
Is this the one of mine that crapped out?
No.
Oh, okay, good. But that made me sad. I just lost out on $60. That's the one. This hard drive, barely been used. And we put it in a friend's computer, and it lasted like all of 2 months?
Yep.
And then it just crapped out of nowhere.
And
now I'm out $60 that I was going to spend on the next expansion for World of Warcraft.
I don't know. I honestly think that it was their motherboard that started to do it.
Could be. Now, said friend told me that their little 2-year-old son found the power strip and figured out that he can flip the switch.
Oh, God.
He was having fun going click, 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 click. So
I have an easy answer for that. Move the power strip you're using, or get another power strip, hide it, leave that power strip where it's at so the kid can have some fun.
Hide the power strip or hide the kid. That works.
Or that too.
They got closets. They got a basement. No, I would nenever. I love that kid.
I know.
He's a great kid.
Although I told Maggie May that that we if and when we have kids, that I would take number 4's idea and build our own room.
Right.
And just because
build a nice round room and tell him to go sit in the corner.
No,
watch him lose
stand
his shit.
in the corner.
Whatever.
Well, yeah.
Either way, same aspect. Watch him lose their shit. Like, wait, Wait.
And because it's my kid, and they're smart and they're an ass.
Well, they might be at least an ass. We'll see about the smart
I
part.
would actually make it where even the floor and and the wall
Have it all around. Don't forget windowsills.
Yeah, and
just all that rounded.
Yep. That way,
Yes.
it just would all be like, ah.
Like, oh god, this is really confusing. What should I do? Go crazy, kid.
And apparently, if you really want to go bananas and totally just snap, go stand in the quietest room in the world. You eventually can hear your heartbeat.
Yeah.
And apparently, people can only stay in there for like half an hour.
I'm curious how long I'd stay in there.
I am too, because I think I'd stay in there a lot. I'd be in there for a few days.
I mean, I hate it when I'm sitting in my room and it's like absolutely quiet. Depending though, if I'm like balls deep into actually like reading something or something like that, then I don't even notice. Like, oh, it was quiet. Okay.
I don't care when things are quiet.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't like quiet. I can't even sleep quiet. I have to have a fan on when I sleep. It's annoying. Otherwise, like I got too much into sleeping with a fan on now that I have to have that noise when I'm going to sleep. Even
I'm one of these people that if I have a fan on, it better be a quiet fan.
Right. No,
like one of those big box fans or whatever.
Right.
Like it better be quiet because
I have to have noise.
I know Maggie May likes to have a book tape book tape or whatever it is going, whatever. If I am out of it, I'm out. It's to the point where I just lay down and boom, I'm gone. Well, I don't even notice it. If I'm halfway where I could be awake, but I want to be asleep more than awake, then I need complete silence.
I mean,
after I am out, you can drop a atomic bomb, and I'm fine.
It's true. We try to call this guy when he's sleeping. Jesus.
I know. Apparently, I missed 16 calls from a certain annoying one.
Oh god, fun. No, for me with sleeping, it's like I have to have noise. I don't want it to be like loud. I don't need noisy. I just need some noise. I can't if the power goes out and I'm trying to go to sleep, it is hard as shit. Just trying to fall asleep in that quiet without my fan going. I just can't do it. Like, I'm the type of person that I have no problem really falling asleep with the TV on. No, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I do have a problem with it, depending. If it's something I haven't seen before, then I want to watch it. If I'm interested. Like, oh, this is actually entertaining. And now I can't fall asleep with it watching it.
Yay!
But I, for the most part, like, while I've been sick, I haven't really given much of a shit about leaving my TV on and watching something while I fall asleep that often this past week or so. It's just like, I don't care. Play this, watch this on YouTube, let it run through this, and then I'm just going to sleep. And out.
Fun.
Of course, it also helps having NyQuil down my throat.
Right.
Works wonders.
For that, I usually use a little tequila.
I'd rather have actual cough medicine, but for for a cold, it's kind of.
Cold.
Yeah. Outside of the cold, if I want to sleep like that, yeah, sure, shot it tequila, fine. It's a little warm and fuzzy, but.
Oh yeah, and I don't know. I like my spiked lemonade.
Right.
Spiked Mexican lemonade.
What do you usually spike it with?
Well, it's margarita.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah, I know. No,
I'm not big into the whole drinking thing. I have one occasionally, so it's like I don't know most of the time when you're talking about it. It's like, oh, it's this, okay.
No, I I don't know. I've slowed down a lot on drinking beer or whatever.
Yeah, you have, from what I've seen.
And I don't know. After St. Patty's Day, I just went, you know what?
I can't do this.
And the weird thing is, I found that I can drink more hard liquor than beer.
Hard liquor usually tastes better.
Well, that too. I usually can have about 4 or 5 amarettos, stone sours, and
I'm waiting for Charles to show up, our friend who makes his own beer. I'm waiting for him to show up with his own homemade root beer. Because if he shows up with that, I ain't drinking that shit.
Why?
Because it's probably grain alcohol. And it's probably going to be as strong as ever, clear, and taste just like root beer.
Kind of like that root beer schnapps I had that one
Yeah,
night.
but harder than that.
Oh, I agree. Kind of
It'll be the kind of shit that you will not remember the next day because it'll be a week later when you come to if you drink it like a normal.
Oh, kind of like that story he tells about the Jeff Eddy special.
Yes. I do.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
So-
how did I? Part of me is like, either God really, really spared you, or you're really, really embellishing that story.
Right. Well, you know, and people do that sometimes, and drunk embellishment, it happens. But, you know, what else?
Right.
We all have our embellished stories. Like, I mean, nobody really believes that, you know, I was 10 foot tall and I kicked a gorilla's ass, but, you know, it's like, but I did, I was, you know.
How are you 10 foot tall?
It was when I was having a dream the other night.
Okay.
So, you know, it happened, but it was in a dream.
Oh, speaking of dreams, I had a weird ass dream.
Do go on.
I dreamt that I was in my hallway going upstairs. I seen a hole about that big. I thought it was a mouse hole for some reason. I'm like, why is there, but it looked like you shine a flashlight in there,
Right.
and it went really far back, which the wall does not.
Right.
And there were a bunch of 2x4s and cobwebs and whatever, and you saw something really, really long move in there. I went, weird. And I walked away from it, and all of a sudden this big snake with a head it kind of looked like a hammerhead shark's head on a snake, and it was like hot rod red, which was like really kind of fucked up, or more like flame orange, I guess.
Right, so it was an orangish red.
Yes, and it just kind of like, and I mean, I thought it was a snake, and this thing went on for about 25 feet, right?
Right.
At least. And it had a claw, like one claw on the side.
Trippy.
Yeah, it was. And then I dreamt. Oh yeah, and I dreamt that it went through all my furniture and popped his head out of my couch. And I went, what in the fuck? And and I just kind of woke up and I'm like, what kind of dream is that?
Well, according to Dr. Sigmund Freud, that means you want to have sex with your mother, apparently, but that's what he thought about
Everything by Sigmund Freud, I think he wanted to either wanted or did.
Probably. I'm pretty sure he did. He wanted to, then he did. But, you take what you want.
Right.
But yeah, that dream is pretty weird and all, but I think mine might top it. I thought that every time. I'd wake up. That's when I was sick. And when you're sick, man, you sometimes just have the crazy ass dreams.
This is true.
But like when I was sick, I woke up one day. I was like sleeping during the day, kept waking up every couple hours, and in my dream, it's like in my half-assed state of dreaming, it's like if I pop a cough drop in my mouth, the world is going to split in half. Let's do this. I kept splitting the world by taking another cough drop and then going right back to sleep.
Did you guys feel the world split?
Yeah. And close to that camera.
I don't know.
And the microphone's over here.
She did. There we go.
So yeah. That was one of the dreams that I can actually remember. The rest, I don't know. But that one is crazy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's one thing I like about being sick.
What?
The craziest dream aside,
Mm-hmm.
I find that when I'm sick, like right in the real fray of it, my head is so much more clear. Like I'm one of those people that my mind's going a mile. There's always something triggering in there. It's hard to
Really?
yeah, right? It's hard to believe, right? But when I'm sick, I can just sit there and stare at a wall and nothing. It's just empty, and I'm just staring at nothing. It's like I don't care. This is fun. Like
You were sick.
no. This is what happens when I get really sick. Like I had fun at one point, sitting there. Like I think it was last Sunday. I was just sitting there in my bed, just blank, and I decided I'm going to start rocking back and forth because this is fun. It was like this is amazingly fun. I love this. It's like this nothing triggered it. I just felt like wobbling back and forth.
You know what's like really funny? Apparently, I have a lot of people at work that think that it would be awesome to see me stoned for some reason. Literally on drugs. Why?
It could be interesting to some degree. I'm not like it could be interesting, but I don't think it'll be worth it.
No. Another guy who thinks it'd be funny seeing someone else. I'm like, dude, you're fucking in the head. I mean, I like him, you know, he's a cool guy, but I mean, it's like, I
might actually be more entertaining because it would be hilarious to watch you in the corner from the position rocking back and forth and crying. Afraid of something. Wants to be me. Simpsons, an old one.
I was like,
Marge, Bell's trying to kill me. I was looking at that was one of the Halloween years ago. I love that one. It was great. Yay, Simpsons.
I know.
But oh yeah, absolutely classic.
So I went to Indiana and Doomsday today.
You were talking about
Yeah, and Cliff Lucy.
Oh.
So
She loved it. She loved it. Friend of mine doesn't know Lucy's just a dog. Yep. Not his other
Well, according to my parents, I'm a boy, but
what, your friend or girlfriend or Lucy?
Lucy.
Okay. Good answer. I think. Whatever. Go on.
For those of you, right. For those of you who don't know where an Indian and Doomsday are, wrong. It's the state national park. Can't remember
It's
what
the National State Park.
Yes, we'll go with that. And so anyway, this it's really beautiful. It's got like a campsite full side plays and things like that. But also got a Jeep. So I mean, you're right there at Lake Michigan.
Right.
You know, but it's just
like you want to be like.
it looks as beautiful as a golf.
Awesome. That is actually awesome. So,
But see, every time I remember going to the goal, they have a red tide. And for those of you who do not know what red tide is, it's where old fish die and they wash up on the shore. And it smells incredibly nasty.
it smells like the bathroom after I can go talk about it and stuff like that.
I avoid that because I'm pretty sure
It's funny.
I'm pretty sure.
People like to play because people like to play because it's the worst thing to play. I need to tell you we can take me to do that.
But anyways, the dunes pretty fun goes to the trail, and you could see like one of the marshes, whatever. It's really neat. And they have me like an actual marsh, like what you would see in Florida or Louisiana. And apparently the last one's all in all. And I didn't even know we had.
Right.
I mean, kind of makes sense. A little bit considering that this area here from Honey used to be Mars or something like that from what I read. Anyway, so right. So we go and it goes from across Mars because there's the bridge across, and then it turns to sand. And you're watching this trail for a while, and there's these different trails that lead off. If you stay on this trail, eventually you elevate up. And then you're walking straight for level. It's for a while. You go up again. I mean, like up. And pretty soon you come to this area, where you are overlooking the treetops.
Wow.
It's gorgeous. I'm not used to this. My glasses tinting and trying to use my phone because I can't use my phone camera. I didn't realize that my glasses was tinted and that I couldn't see my phone. So I thought the sun was actually, because the sun was bright. I thought that the sun was shining on my screen, and I was like trying to use my phone because I wanted to get a picture of this. Long story short, I did. My parents got a picture of me by a host said that the elevation was 176 feet above sea level.
Neat.
I was like, damn. And then if you would have gone, you turn left, and you go further, and it's steeper. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not hurting you. And that's just what it is. And I'm like, nope. Even part of me is going, do it, it'll be fun, do it. And the dog looks at me like, can go. I've had fun, but can I go? When we started down, and she actually just sat down saying, like, I'm done, guys. I need rest. My dad just wanted to keep going. We're like, let's take a rest. So we rested for a minute and got up and started walking. She got up and started walking and laid down. The entire time we were walking up, we were joking about how we could use Lucy as a slice dog to hold us down. I'm still under the impression that we could settle and, make him rider. And but it was really cool because, we get around to the beach, because if you would have kept going, you would have eventually gone up and came down to the beach, which would have been really fun. But, we got there, got beach and whatever, and it was I don't know, there's something about the beach and the water, and girls, that just relieves stress.
Right.
And I'm going,
Well, he's taking the water.
no, the water was closed.
Lame.
It won't be next time we go back, hopefully. Because I text Maggie May because she's back home right now. And I said, hey, I found a new vacation spot. It doesn't involve us driving 24 hours to Florida.
Where is it actually? I never actually been
The dunes are almost by Michigan. It's in Michigan City.
Okay.
Or close to Michigan City.
Okay. I don't know what that is either. You're not helping. I was doing it up by Michigan, so it's close enough. Close enough.
Well, it was pretty cool because you could see the outline of Chicago from where, you couldn't make out like detail,
Right, but you can
see the high built. And actually, on that day, there wasn't a lot of smog. Or any cloud cover to be
nice. That does sound really neat, though. I mean, I don't think I'll ever do that either, because that's what's
hey, you know what? We'll start working out, and I'll tell you what, walking that was a big workout.
Yeah, I imagine. You don't have to be dragging afterwards.
Well, Lucy drag, you'll be fine.
I know Lucy's a big dog, but I don't think she's strong enough to drag my happy ass back. So the sandal help. Then I might have to my ass. But
Right.
But right now, it would work when we're only lifting weights. We're kind of, keep our legs moving, working out the legs a little bit, but not much. So we're not really doing much doing cardio, which we need to eventually, but one thing at a time, It's one of those things that's kind of hard to, it's hard for me to get the inspiration to actually do that kind of stuff. So, as bad as it is, sometimes it's like a chore going, like, alright, I gotta lift weights, yeah. But it's fun to go, hang out over the place and do that stuff you want to do, so yeah, I'll get that coming up for Wednesday, Thursday, stretches, Fridays. Alright. That's gonna be a good idea, maybe. Let's see here. Okay, there's Kansas City's in there. Okay. Cool.
See, and if you have RVs on, hello. Died? Hello. There we go, came back. See, and if you have RVs and whatever, you can go in and park there and whatever, and all that fun stuff. But probably what we'll do is just go get a hotel.
Right.
So it's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, but I talked a lot tonight, haven't I?
You did.
But at the same time, when you talk about myself, it's kind of a good thing for me.
I'll smack you around later for it.
Right, I doubt it. But
He does, I don't.
Right. I think it's about wrapping up time. So, let's see if Reddit has anything good to say tonight.
Oh, Reddit.
Oh, Reddit, sweet Reddit. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm just saying. Let's see here.
Oh, by the way, did you, have we, got anything going with our account at all, or? Because I thought you made a Reddit account.
Oh, no, I never actually got around to
Oh, I thought you did. I was like, I really am interested to know how we're doing.
Right, I need to set that up so we can do stuff and things like that. That is my bad, and I will take care of that as soon as I can, or whenever I feel like it.
Hopefully sooner.
What do you do behind closed doors after destroying your life because everyone found out? No. What trend should make you
Trick question. We are not answering.
Nice try, NSA.
Yes.
What trend should make a comeback?
What am I trying to do?
Fat guys being hot.
Wait, what?
Girls liking hairy men. That's what kind of trend should be a comeback.
Yes. And actually, I hear it's healthier.
Be hairy?
Yes.
I win.
And
Somehow healthier than some people.
Hey,
for once.
and I won too. Actually, it's I was reading this. I watch him read random crap lately, but apparently, like the pubic hairs and all that, it's apparently a really big thing, to shave and whatever, and and they're finding out that, well, actually, the pheromones and whatever are in the hair, and it actually protects you from not SSD. I've been working with technology way too long. STD or STD.
Too much technology, not enough sex, right?
Wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But yeah.
He wishes he was wrong.
Wait. What?
I don't know.
What? Have you not gotten enough sleep today? Is that it? Or are you just more? Oh, wait. No. What's something that, now that you have it, you can't live without it? That's a good one. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb for me and honestly say an Xbox 360. As weird as it is, because I never even thought it was it, but like, I was never really concerned about the whole console war, and I'm still really not. But having a 360 that I can get on YouTube on it, and being able to watch YouTube on my TV like that while I'm actually playing PC games is actually really nice.
Hear that? Hear that, Microsoft? Somebody has an Xbox and they use it for YouTube and play PC games.
No. Granted, I still play Xbox games. There's still some that I absolutely love and have to play. But more often than not, these days I use it for Netflix, but more often YouTube. Mostly because I watch animes on YouTube that should actually be on YouTube, but but if I find them, I'll watch them if I like them.
No, really? You will?
Yeah, I know, totally. Okay, if they're ones that I actually know and like.
Oh,
like, because even if they're subbed or dubbed or whatever, it's kind of a thing of like, I'm just going to pop them on, I'm probably just going to have them on in the background or fall asleep to them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Nice.
It's like, I've seen this anime before, it was good. Okay, pop it on, let it play, occasionally catch parts of it here and there, laugh or whatever. I don't really turn on like the sad ones, the ones that I know are going to be sad somewhere, if I'm just going to be putzing with them. There's only 2 animes that I've watched thus far that I think have made me almost cry.
Oh.
One was called Canon, which there's 2 versions. There's the original 2002 version, and there's the extended 2006 version. And that one has some good tearjerker shit in it for real, so that's nuts. And then another one is called Clanad. The first season of Clanad is actually not what caused it. It's towards the end of the second season that makes me want to find the writer and beat the shit out of him for making me feel that way.
Really? Tell them how you feel.
Yeah, I know, right? Made by the same company. Both great series. Love them. But yeah, if you haven't ever watched those, I really recommend taking the time to actually check them out sometime, because they're.
I just got.
For the most part, they're romantic comedies. But they're
we're twins.
they're pretty interesting. Though they have some good tearjerk moments in there, and then just some good old jerk moments in there. Yeah,
you might love that one.
Like, mine has taken some wear and tear color damage on it because it's older. But and now that I can notice that, it's like that's depressing. But yeah,
it'd be fine. Duct tape.
Yeah, but those are the two animes that made me want to actually cry. Especially, well, actually, I shouldn't say especially. Both of them have their really, like, what the fuck, really? That's what's gonna happen moments. And it's like, okay, like in the canon one, it's like there's a moment where it's like, holy shit, did that really just happen? That can't just happen. No, you can't have that. No, that doesn't get to happen. And it just kind of messes with you a little bit if you're like really into the series, because the way I watch my animes is I'll sit there and I'll just I'll watch it in one go if I can help it.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll start an anime early in the day and I'll watch it all the way through. So 26 episodes, I'll watch them all in one day. So you get to know the characters in that like 8 to 10 hour period really well, and you get kind of attached to them if you're really into the story, you know. And then to have something just suddenly just happen that's really bad that almost like kills one of the characters, like, no, fuck you, bad. So
I like how he goes off on it. No, fuck you,
bad anime, no. But that's what happened in the canon series. It's like all of a sudden just, oh fuck no, that's not cool. Oh, you're gonna start a fight. And then in the Clan one, it's like kind of saw some of it coming. Kind of saw I really saw the actual full end of the series coming like a mile away, but still great stuff. Loved it. They're both beautiful series. Big fan of the company that has that made them. They had another series that was kind of popular called Air, but that one was a short, like 13 episode series, and I think that they really didn't put enough emphasis on the main character that was supposed to be like the sad point in it, because that company really likes to try to make you fucking cry. Seriously. But
sounds like it.
But they didn't in the series Air, they didn't put enough into the main character to make you really feel as bad when she died. It's like, oh, it's just another character that died in anime. So it's like whatever. It's like, oh, I feel bad. Her aunt's really upset about it because her parents are already dead. She lives with her aunt, and now her aunt's crying. What do you want? It's like, you guys didn't put enough effort into this series to make that character as likable. It's because it's only 13 episodes, and you tried to do the same thing you did with all your other series and throw in multiple side characters that have their own like 2 or 3 episode arc and all that stuff. It's like, it's just not as good. You missed a lot with the main character, and she didn't do a lot to help out these side characters. The other guy did, so it's just not as effective. I just don't like that series. It just didn't do what it could have. So that's that's how I feel. But
really?
I don't even know how we got to that topic exactly.
I don't know either.
It just kind of happened. What was it?
For me,
oh, Can't Live Without It. Got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Does it specifically say thing?
What's something that now that you have it, you can't live without?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go with my tablet, because I can do almost anything I want on it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, if it wasn't specific to a thing, I could say Maggie May, but
Right.
but it's not. You know, and I'll admit I'm actually warming up to my Mac. It's kind of it's weird. It's different, but it's kind of cool, kind of angering at times, just because I go, you should not do this. But yeah. Anyway, tablet.
Here's a good one. What part of daily human life do you think is most baffling to our pets?
Oh. Wow.
You know what? The time it takes to prep our food. I think it'd be,
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, most animals just like, okay, here's your food. Cool. But for the most part, for us, it's like, okay, now I have to take this, I have to stir it up, I have to warm it up, and then, or, you know, just one thing or another. It's like, it takes humans so long to actually have to eat.
Right.
So it's like,
You know what? I think what's baffling to them is probably wanting privacy to go to the bathroom.
right.
Because I know Lucy will be like wanting in whenever I'm in the bathroom.
Right.
And you know, and I know what she's thinking. Well, you're out there watching me, you know, whatever. And it's like, well, that's different.
Like, I don't want to watch you. I have to make sure you poop out here so you don't poop in the house. So,
right.
you know, it's kind of, yeah. Not like I like to.
Yeah.
No, but I know what you mean, dude. My dog, she'll come in. It's not even a matter of watching. She just wants to sit next to me just because.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the bathroom. She'll come in. Cats will come in, hop up on the divider between the sink and the toilet, and they'll just sit there and just lay down, hope to get attention. If not, whatever. They're laying down. They don't care. Dog will come in. She'll just sit there and look me in the eyes, wagging her tail like, I'm here. Give me attention. Love me. Get up on her hind legs, put her paws on me, like, you know what? I am trying to shit. I do not go out and start poking you when you're taking a poop. Do I?
Maybe she wants you to. I don't know.
Rather not. It gets a little weird.
Well,
I've sat there and watched my dog squat and bark at the same time. Like, she finds something she is intently wanting to bark at, but she really has to go. She multitasks.
Oh.
And then I fall to the ground laughing.
Well, yeah. Hopefully not in the poop.
No, usually it's inside. I'm inside. She's outside.
Oh, okay.
I see what she's barking at. And
Right.
there she is, squatting one out and just going full force barking at the same time.
And all of that reminds me when we were walking. Lucy saw a bird, and you know, it just kind of would tease her, you know, kind of like just a few feet, and you can see she'd be watching the bird, right? And just kind of get so close and, you know, let her off a little bit and land, and yeah, it you kind of wondered who was gonna play with who, you know? And I'm pretty sure the bird was playing with Lucy, because, yeah. I've always said, you know, that the squirrels and birds and whatever are actually probably laughing at her, because it's really funny, because she gets around nature and she wants to chase it, and then nature, like, comes up to her and she hides from it.
Animals or something interesting, that's for sure. Anyway, it looks like Reddit was really lacking this evening. So,
wow. Reddit.
I mean,
come on, guys. What's the matter with you?
Another one is what makes you unique, but that's really one of those complicated situations.
Well, I'm load failure 404.
That's certainly unique. Nobody else wants to be him. And I'm Lucian Barrows, and nobody else wants to be me either.
Yep.
Hell, we don't want to be us.
No. That's why I try and change distros weekly, daily, if possible.
Rectal. What?
What?
Huh?
No.
What?
No.
No?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yep. Ness.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Zing! Got him.
Ah, shoot. We need...
You wascally wabbit.
I know, we need, like, sound effects for this, you know.
I know. No, why sound effects? That'll just go over us talking our bullshit. That's fun.
True.
Anyway, we've been doing this too long, and I tried to wrap up 22 minutes ago by doing Reddit, and that made it even worse. So
It did. And that,
I think it's about time
that
we
got him
try.
on another rant about anime.
Yeah, and I
that
could get on a
took
bigger one.
Another 20
but-
minutes.
Okay, wait. I have one more thing to say.
Oh.
One more thing. I'm going to try to make it quick. I just want to say something that I'm actually happy about that I found out.
Oh.
It was a few months ago, way back, in one of the earlier podcasts, where I was bitching a little bit about this one series that had been bought up, like the rights had been bought up by a company here in America to redistribute here in America, and they didn't do any dub work on it. It was a series that was made back in 2008 and never got any dub done to it.
Okay.
It is now 2014, and on July 1st, they will be releasing an entire box set of the entire series, dubbed.
Wow.
Happy.
That is awesome.
Yep. Unfortunately, I won't have the money to buy the damn thing, so fuck. But I'm sure I'll be able to find it online somewhere right after, so it's no problem. Plus, I think number 4 might be looking into buying it, because it was one of his favorite series of all time, too.
Which one was that?
It's a series called Toradora. It's a nice little
Okay,
romantic comedy.
yeah.
It's a great
I know
romantic
when
comedy.
you guys say it, but I just don't remember.
Oh,
it.
yeah, it's a weird name, but...
Well, and on top of that, I don't watch anime too
right,
much.
because you're not cool.
No.
No, that's pretty much it. Anime is cool and you're not.
I used to watch anime, like the sci-fi anime.
Some of that was good, some of that wasn't. Depends on what you're watching. Gurren Lagann was awesome.
Anybody
who's ever watched Gurren Lagann will love it.
The ones I was watching were all movies.
Well, some of those are pretty good too, but they occasionally have some anime series.
Sci-fi used to do that when they were
Anime Mondays. Yeah,
yeah.
I miss those. Because I used to watch Gurren Lagann on there. I used to watch some of the anime movies.
Well, and then they used to do an entire
Ghost in the Shell,
week
Dead Leaves, right?
of anime, too.
So, yeah, I do miss some of that stuff. The anime used to be a lot more popular, even though it's still cool as shit, and anybody who doesn't watch it sucks ass. But still, you know, that's not true, but, you know, it's true. I will headbutt your fist with a force of vengeance.
I don't want you to hurt your head.
I doubt that could happen. It's my head. It's almost as hard as yours.
Almost.
Almost.
Not quite.
You got quite the thick skull, sir. That's for sure.
I thank you, dear ma'am.
Anyway, ladies and gents, and ladies and ladies and ladies, and more ladies and gents, and then ladies more.
Yeah. What he said.
Right. What I said, because it's always what I say.
Uh-huh.
I think it's time for us to go. So, you know, babies all around. Let's try not to let them drown. No, that's horrible.
Yeah. Wait,
that's horrible.
no.
I was trying to make it rhyme, and that's the best I could come up with, and that's horrible.
That's wrong, dude.
I love kids. No, I feel bad about that now. I'm sad.
Wow.
You know what? You have our babies, we'll have yours, and all that good stuff. And don't drown them. That's horrible.
Yeah, don't. Please. Oh, God. I can't believe you said that.
Don't do it. They float. That's right. I went there. I'm sorry.
God.
I apologize. I apologize profusely. As he says with a nasty, nasty smile on his face. I'm sorry, folks. My darker side just slipped out, but I love you, and I want.
I love you too.
I wanna wake up next to you. Let's never part. What else creepy can I say?
We'll give you a wet willy when you wake up.
But it won't be with my finger.
No.
No, I'll give you a wet willy when I wake up, but it's going to be an actual wet willy.
Come here.
So, no, it won't be my finger. It'll be something completely different. It'll be wet for a different reason.
Oh.
And you're probably going to have to get
Wow.
that checked.
What?
So you're probably going to have to get that checked.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding. I'm in a weird mood tonight, and it's fun.
No,
So,
really?
Hey, I'm not in my vile mood tonight. I'm just in my weird mood, so it's all good.
And that's kind of what we do here. We're just,
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing.
We just sit here and talk.
About random
Shit.
stuff. Oh!
Crap.
One more random thing.
One more thing. Then we
One
gotta
more
go.
random thing. I got a Star Wars 3D puzzle, the Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
So, I gotta check and see if I got all the pieces. And if I do, I say we gotta build it.
What do you want to do? Like a time lapse thing? Take photos?
Yeah. Could be interesting.
That could be annoying, but yeah.
Either that or not, and we could like get it done, make it kind of permanent-ish,
Right.
and have it like somewhere in here.
Right. Totally.
I don't know. I think because that kind of stuff is fun.
Yeah. Totally.
We're all nerds here, right?
Right. Shh.
Right.
It's a club. Don't tell anybody. Right.
Right.
Boy, man, I really do look creepy. All right.
Just love it.
Bye.
Bye. Oh boy. He does it better than me, damn it.
I gotta admit, this is a lot less of a damning podcast compared to last time when I talked about having sex with Harrison Ford. But
yes. Oh God.
anyway, bye.
Bye.
Fuck off.
And we're out.